going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about three of the worst mods you could do to your truck. And the first thing I want to talk about is, I see a lot of these, and it's something I guess that's very common. I don't know why people does them, but the first thing I want to talk about is if you got a Dodge Ram or any kind of 1500 whatever, and people normally, I see most people lower them, which is, for me, I feel like if you got a Ram 1500, and it doesn't have to be a Ram exact, but if you got anything with a 1500, that is not supposed to be lower. That's one of the things that I feel like you lowering a 1500 with just a regular, stock engine, this and that, or some kind of, if it's not a special, truck like the SRT or something like that, like the Dodge SRT truck, then, obviously it doesn't have to be Dodge. I'm just saying, but it doesn't have to be Dodge. But I feel like a lot of people just, one of the things I don't get mad, but I feel like it doesn't make sense for you to have a 1500, Ram or something like that, and then try to lower it. And, it's no point of you doing that. I feel like it just doesn't look right. It doesn't sit right. And it's not meant for you to do that. Unless it's like I said, unless it's a SRT or something like that, then yeah, it's meant for you to lower. But I see a lot of those sometimes, and it just doesn't add up. I just feel like that's one of the top number one thing for me. It's pretty much like you trying to have it's like you having a Ram 1500 or something like that, right? And you putting a tow mirror on a Ram 1500, which is, I did that before. I did it before, but I did it for my own reasons, because my truck was lifted and I was running, the wider tires on there, and I had some blind spots. But if you just got a regular stock truck, this and that, and you just decide you want to lower it, and it's not nothing special about it, I feel like, man, you shouldn't be doing that, man. But at the end of the day, I'm just talking about in my personal opinion, if it was me, what I don't really like, and you could obviously do whatever you want, but I'm just stating my own personal opinion. You don't have to live by it, but I'm just saying, though, I just feel like that's like the number one thing. I feel like it doesn't look good on the truck or something like that, especially if it's not anything special, it doesn't look right. And the second thing I want to talk about today is, man, I see so many people I follow on Instagram, a lot of people that, deal with trucks and stuff like that. I don't know what it is. I don't know, maybe it's a trend or whatever, but I see a lot of people, they put I get it if you got a lifted truck, putting a few amount of rock lights on there, it's fine. But I feel like when you got a lifted truck, you put anything more than 3 rock lights in each wheel wells, that's like you just going behind, It's like, for example, like you wearing 2 necklaces or something like that, and then you decide you just want to add more than 2. It's just going, just going to look weird and stuff like that. But that's just me, though, But I feel like when you put that much rock lights on your truck or whatever, what is the purpose of you having a headlights? What's the purpose of you having that? Ain't nothing wrong with you putting them on there. I'm not saying it's something wrong with it, but I'm just saying, when you doing anything that you're doing like an excessive amount of it, like going from 3 rock lights in each wheel wells is fine. But if you're doing anything over there, like 5, 6 or something like that, that's just too much, man. I feel like it's way too much. You're gonna be driving the street, you're gonna be driving down the road with some bright ass lights, brighter than your headlights, pretty much. So I'm gonna show you guys a picture. So something like this is not really, picture really doesn't do justice. But I've seen some trucks at car shows and stuff like that has all these rock lights and stuff like that. I just feel like it's just pointless and stuff like that to me. I get it, you want to be seen, but I feel like anything after 3 is way too much. And that's the second topic I want to talk about. Like, that mod is just, man, you gotta stop doing that, man. Just stop doing that. 3 is the maxima. Anything past 3 is too much. And then for the last but not least, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about, if you're going to put some wheels on your truck, please, the first thing I want to talk about, I feel like you got to put the right tires on there, the right wheels and tires, set up on there. Like, you can't just put some kind of little ass tires on your truck and then and a lift is like a 10-inch lift. You see what I'm saying? Like, having something like that, it just, for me, it's not cutting it. Like, you gotta, first of all, you got a big lift and then you got some small tires. It's like, pretty much, that's like you going to the gym, being a bodybuilder pretty much, right? And you just work on your upper body and then your lower body is just super small. Pretty much that's how it seemed like to me. I feel like if you're gonna put some wheels and tire on your truck, put the right setup on there, man. Put the right setup on there. Make it look good. Don't just go with some big lift and then some small tires. I feel like trucks like those and stuff like that, for me, honestly, in my personal opinion, they don't look good, and it just doesn't sit right with me. I wouldn't rock. But if I got a lifted truck, I wouldn't want to have my ish like that. And it feel like your truck doesn't have any balls and stuff like that. That's the thing too. Like, you driving down the street with some big ass lift and then your tires are super small. I feel like those two things just doesn't match. And I feel like those are the top 3 things. So 3 worst mods I feel like of 2023 is a lower truck, and if you got more than, my number 2 is, if you got more than 3 rock lights on each wheel wells, that's way too much, and it's just not it. And then number 3 for me is I feel like you gotta have the right tire setup on your truck, man. You gotta have the right tire setup on your truck. You can't just put any kind of huge lift on your truck and then you don't have the right size tire. It just doesn't go right. I gotta, if you understand what I'm saying, definitely feel free to say whatever you need to say, as long as you're not cursing me out or something like that. But feel free to say whatever you need to say. I'm just saying, though, for me, 2023, those are the top 3 things. I feel like it just doesn't sit right with me, and I ain't gonna get into too much talking, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe, man. Definitely help support the channel. I'm new to this YouTube thing, so definitely subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, man. And I'll see you guys in the next one.